Um, I thought about this not quite long, and I'm wondering who should be responsible for Africa if not Africans? Africa is for Africans. I've said this before. Africa is for us. Yeah, it's for us. And until we decide to take responsibilities for ourselves, trust me, we'll keep demanding and demanding. We are so used to aid that we feel those in the Western world have to come save us. But then, these people are interested in themselves only. It is not their fault. Everybody should be interested in themselves first before any other person. We keep wondering, why is the media not spotlighting Africa? Why is much attention not paid to Africa, Congo, and Sudan, and every other part of Africa that's affected one way or the other? But then, what happened to our own media? What happened to ourselves? Why can't we support ourselves? Why can't we just take care of Africa that's given to us by God? Why? We're so used to aids that we forget to put ourselves first. We are so used to aids and support that we forgot that we are responsible for ourselves. We have a lot of media outlets in Africa that can show us in real time what is happening in Congo and Sudan and other parts of Africa affected one way or the other. But then we are so focused on CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, Sky News, Fox, and many others that we forget ourselves. I think it's high time we Africans start looking more inwardly than outwardly. Looking outwardly doesn't guarantee us anything. Being very, very knowledgeable about the things happening um, in Iran and, let's say, the Middle East doesn't make us any more better. What happened to what's happening in our environment? When we do not know what's happening in our environment, but know what is happening to in places that is, that are very, very far away from us, it means we don't care about ourselves. But then some days back, I went online to find updates about what is happening in Sudan. Trust me, you can't find anything good. You can't find any useful information about what's happening in Sudan. Everything you find there maybe is what Al Jazeera has to show you. No, what about the news outlets from Kenya? In Nigeria, we have channels, we have Arise TV, we have TVC, and these people, I don't know, is it lazy journalism? They're just stationed in their houses. What happens in their immediate environment is only what they cover. We need journalists to go around Africa to spotlight the things in Africa. We don't need the Westerners per se. We don't even need nuclear weapons. We don't hate ourselves so badly that we want to destroy ourselves totally. What's happening in Africa isn't as deep as what is happening. Yes, it is very deep, but it is something that can be solved with common sense and a united Africa. It is not like the deep hatred in the Middle East between Israel and some other countries, you know. So I think Africa has to rise up in many areas. We need to show the world what is happening here. We need to spotlight a lot of things happening in Africa by ourselves. We shouldn't wait for these people. We keep asking, what about Africa? Why isn't attention paid to Africa? Who is going to pay us attention when we don't even pay ourselves some attention? Who is going to do that? So we just have to wake up in Africa and, realize that our our growth, development, progress, and whatever we desire from Africa is in our hands, and it is left for us to do it. Only when we're doing something useful, we can, you know, seek, we can require some sort of aid from other countries. Look at Burkina Faso. Of course, they sought an alliance with Russia because their president, their leader right now, is making efforts to see that Burkina Faso is a better country. And of course, Russia is going to easily aid them, but can we call Russia to Nigeria? What are they coming to aid us for? What are they coming to do? Of course, they are not interested in toppling any government or changing leadership styles and patterns. They can only support. So what are we calling them to come and support us for when we are not even ready to support ourselves? So Africa, we need to wake up, and we need to enjoy the fullness of Africa. We need to stay like, come on, we need to enjoy our blessings here in Africa before others come to sabotage everything completely.